ready for the show. Hashtag Sadika Diram Show.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Lots to hear about as it relates to power couple. Hashtag power couple. Now we're joined by a goddess. Yes. She goes by the name womb specialist. I call her goddess. I call her the V lady, and I'm sure you might figure out what that means by now. Ramona Riley is on set with us, and she has a different perspective about this power couple. So I can't wait to hear. Nice to have you, Ramona.
Thank you, darling. Nice to be here.
Looking goddess-esque.
Thank you.
Let's jump right into it. Okay. Your take on power couple. What do you make of all this hashtag?
I think it's a little unnecessary, personally, and not because it doesn't exist. I just feel as if no one really knows if you're a power couple other than you and your mate, or people that actually see your life and see, you know, how you guys function and what happens, because you put out what you want people to see, you know. So in terms of power couple, I mean, I would consider myself, my husband and I are a power couple, but maybe other people might not, because maybe we're not overly financially successful or something like, or not yet at least. But I don't really think too much about it when it comes to really power couple, and that needs to be something. It needs, you know, needs to be something to talk about or something to live. Only personally in your life, not necessarily to show out there.
But it's the thing now.
It is the thing now, and there are many things that are the thing. And I'm not knocking it. You know, I think you do what you need to do for your own sanity. Sometimes those types of things also help your career, you know, in business, and drawing more attention to yourself so that you can either sell that or put yourself out there. So I mean, I don't knock it. I don't knock it, you know. I just think about it from a different point of view. When it comes to like the woman herself, I feel like she has to go inside and tap into herself as a woman. She has to be a feminine woman. She has to know self. She has to love herself, the flaws, the good, the bad, all of that. And I feel like the man also has to. They have to be independent in their own ways, and they both have to be able to allow each other to grow, you know. And that's one of the things I love about my husband, because he has definitely allowed me to grow into the woman that I am now, and I guess continue to be. It's been 10 years, and you have your ups, you have your downs, but at the end of the day, you're not faking it. It's just real.
She's not throwing any stones either.
It's just raw, and you just accept each other for whatever. And when you can't accept, then I guess that's when people move on, you know. But definitely, I think it has to be self first. You have to go into that.
I think a lot of persons wondering, so who is our husband? What's your name? Let me search for her on social media. Yeah?
They can search for her on social media. He's not a big social media kind of guy.
And some bloggers will tell you something is happening why they're not posting each other, because that's how it is.
Right,
it's always like if y'all not posting each other.
Well, I mean, I post him, you know, I'll post things with him and I and that kind of thing, but he's just not really that person, and I'm definitely more of the sociable one out of us. So I guess that would make sense why it is that I more actively will put him out there than, because he doesn't even post things on himself, much less, you know. So it's a little different.
Do you think when we talk about power couple and just the idea of power in a relationship, we naturally pass it on to the man? Or it's an assumption that it has to be the man who is at the helm?
I think so. I think that's how it's been. I think lately now, because, you know, maybe feminists, maybe women becoming stronger, they're not just staying home anymore and taking care of the children, that type of thing. I think it's starting to change. But I do believe that the woman is the power. I think definitely. I mean, she's the one with the V, and the V is power.
She's the one with the womb.
Yes, definitely. So I think it's changing. It definitely is.
Do you think we know that? Do we know that we are the power? You interact a lot with women.
Yes, and no, they don't. They don't know that they're powerful. They don't know that they're goddesses. You know, me considering myself a goddess, or you considering me a goddess, doesn't make me more special than any other woman. We're all goddesses, and we all need to tap into that. You know, and when you start realizing that you love yourself there's this thing that blooms from inside of you out that everyone can see, and it becomes so radiant and so attractive, you know, and it's not about physical attractiveness, you know, but it's definitely from the inside out.
So that's a part of the tapping in, loving yourself.
Yes.
How else can we tap into that to activate the power?
Well, I think that we just have to accept ourselves and our flaws. A lot of times I have clients that they need to do positive affirmations, you know, in the morning, in the afternoon, whenever, so that they can start believing certain things about themselves. I think each woman is different in terms of how it is that they can tap into being a goddess, but they definitely have to make sure that they have tapped into their womb. I don't think that you can be a goddess without that.
How you get into your womb?
Well, I mean, just making sure that it's healthy, making sure that she's happy, making, you know, because she has signs and moods and feelings. And you want to make sure that she is not just content, but happy, thrilled. And once we know that and can understand that, then you see that this goddess of this woman starts to blossom and starts to grow.
I wonder if my womb is happy.
Well, it gives you signs. So if there are certain things that are you're seeing certain
Manifestation, certain changes.
Yes, and I mean it literally talks to you. You know, it's just about you ignoring it or not. You know, what is coming out or not coming out. You know, cramping, this type of thing, all that kind of stuff. It really talks to you. So you just have to be mindful and listen, you know, and be open-minded.
So your perspective is pretty much stop paying so much attention to the social space,
right? You
know, to define your relationship, the intangible things.
Right.
Focus solely on
self, and then of course your mate, because you can't focus more on your mate than yourself. There's going to come a time when your mate is not going to be interested as much. Okay, and it could be a subconscious thing that he thinks, not even necessarily conscious. So you have to, it's always self first, and then you pass on. You know, you go in the airplane and they say, put the mask on yourself first and then assist the child or the person beside you. You've got to do self first, definitely. But power couples, I think it's great. I think it's great to be able to have your significant other also being successful, pushing you. You guys are independent in your own right, but when you come together, it's like more than magic. What I do think what people forget about as well is that there's this chemistry. And chemistry you cannot buy, chemistry you cannot fake, and I think chemistry is really what is like 50% of power couple, because you have to have that, you know, and it's not just about touching each other, but it's just this energy that you guys have created in each other, you know,
right,
and being around each other.
That's very important.
Definitely.
So you are a power couple.
Yes, I definitely believe that I'm a power couple, and everybody has their own opinion of it, but for me personally, I definitely feel so.
I know you're not big on names, but did you survey to find any power couple locally that you might think, based on maybe interaction, you could say, yeah, it's a power couple? It's so hard.
It's very hard. It's really hard for me. Because, again, it's just what you promote and put out there. You know, I could look at friends, I could look at family members, and I could say, you know, their relationship seems really, really good. You know, and I wish mine was like that, or I hope 50 years from now my relationship is like that. But you don't know what they've gone through.
You don't.
You know, and a lot of times, you know, you see couples, they've been married for 50 years and they're really happy together and this, but there was a little stretch, a little 10 years or a little 5 years where someone wanted to leave or someone, you know, definitely wasn't happy, and, you know, and so you just never know. But I guess it's you trying to hash out what it is, work on it, in there for the long haul, you know, and that in itself, as women get, as people get older, as couples, that in itself can also make you seem like a power couple, because things weren't perfect and you worked hard and you overcame the obstacles and you guys are still together and you're probably happier than you were when you got married.
Yeah, that's very good. That's a good perspective to look at it. But persons here, you're talking about the womb and might want to check with you to know if things are happening with their womb. How can they get in touch with you?
They can. I'm on Facebook, Cosmic Woman. On Instagram, Cosmic Woman. Gmail, cosmicwoman@gmail.com. I come to Jamaica pretty often. I travel a lot. Nigeria, Jamaica, Florida, all over the United States, trying to teach women and young girls how to keep themselves healthy and happy, so that when they are getting older, they don't have fertility issues, they don't have fibroids, they don't have cysts, they don't, have any of these diseases in the womb. Making sure that we can get down to that 1 day period that all women should have.
And tap into your power.
And tapping into that goddess power, definitely.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem. And I'm sure we'll be talking some more in the future.
Yes,
awesome.
We will.
Thank you so much for joining us this week. I do hope you learned something. Until then, I am Sadiqa Diaram. Pleasant viewing.